Hi everyone, welcome to yoga. Today for class, all I'd like you to do is focus on your breathing. That's it. So just notice if you're breathing in through your belly, if you're breathing in through your rib cage, if you're breathing into your whole body, or if you're not breathing, maybe you're holding your breath. That's all I'd like you to do is just notice your breathing. So find a comfortable seat. Maybe you're sitting cross-legged, maybe you're sitting on your shins. Just find a comfortable position to settle into. Relax your hands down onto your laps. Palms can be down or your palms can be up. Either way is great. Take a big breath in through your nose and let it out. Good. This time take a big breath in, fill your belly, and let it out. Good. This time take a big breath in, fill your belly, fill your heart space, fill the top of your head, and let it out. Wonderful. Take a big breath in, reach your arms up. As you breathe out, take your hands back behind you, fingertips point forward. Roll your weight onto your hands, lift your heart up. Open up your front body, lift your chin up. Only allow your head to go as far back as feels comfortable in your neck and for your breathing. Then gently allow your chin to come forward and your hands to come forward as well. Take your arms up once again. This time take one hand to your knee, your opposite hand behind you. Take a big breath in, long spine. As you breathe out, gently twist. Your back hand should be as close to your body as possible to keep your spine nice and tall. Let your tummy muscles soften as you gently rotate your spine. And bring your eyes forward and then your body. Take one breath in. Exhale, let it out. Arms up, big breath in. As you breathe out, one hand to the opposite knee, hand behind you, big breath in. As you exhale, gently twist. Twisting to the opposite side this time. Notice what feels the same and what feels a little bit different. Notice your breath. Gently bring your eyes forward and gently unwind. Make your way into your tabletop position, so maybe you roll over the tops of your ankles or maybe you just swing your legs around to the side. Hands in the shoulders, knees under the hips. Take a big breath in, send your heart forward. Drop your tummy muscles down towards the floor. As you breathe out, tuck your tail, push into your hands, push into your shins around your back. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out. Tuck your tail, chin to chest. Breathe in, send your heart forward and through your shoulders. Roll your shoulders back towards your spine. Breathe out, push into your hands, push into your shins, compress your chin to chest. Last time, big breath in, stretch out your front body. And breathe out, stretch out your back body. Wonderful. Take one arm out to the side and thread it underneath and through. Place the back of your arm and back of your shoulder onto the mat. Your opposite arm can go up over your head, or maybe you reach around and grab your inner thigh. Notice your breath here as you're in a twist. Is your breath restricted? Can you create a little bit more space? Notice your belly as you breathe. And then gently unwind. Take your hand into the floor, unthread the arm, and place it down onto the mat. Take your other arm out and thread it underneath and through. Taking the back of the arm, back of the shoulder blade onto the mat. Maybe your top arm reaches over your head, or maybe you reach around and grab at your inner thigh. Again, notice your body in this rotation, in this twist. What parts of your body can you bring a little bit more breath to, a little bit more space to? Slow and steady breathing as best as you can. And then gently unwind. Press your hand into the floor to unthread. Toes touch, knees open as wide as feels comfortable, and let your rib cage settle in between the thighs. Compress your forehead gently down into the mat. Maybe you'll roll your head from side to side. Maybe you take one fist or two fists to connect your forehead. Once your forehead is connected, gently sink into your hips. Soften your hip creases. Let your hips drop down towards your heels with each exhale. Notice your belly as you breathe. Notice your rib cage start to open to either side of your room, and gently soften with your exhale. Then take an active child's pose as you reach your hands forward. Energy through your pads of your fingertips. Send your sitting bones back as you reach your fingertips forward a little bit more. Push your palms into the mat, firing up your hands. Then gently use your hands to pull yourself forward. Tuck your toes and send your hips to your downward facing dog. So your heels can be touching the floor, or maybe they're not. Maybe they're slightly lifted. Notice if you need to walk your feet in a little bit more, or if you like a wider down dog. This is your downward dog. So make this feel comfortable in your body. Maybe for your first downward dog, you want to pedal out your feet. Or maybe you want to energize both heels down towards the floor. This is your shape. Own it. Soften your heart space closer towards your thighs. Lift your kneecaps up. With your exhale, gently wrap your tummy muscles up. Let your head hang and gently take your focus between your big toes. Maybe it starts to go up towards your belly button. Take an inhale, lift your heels high, look forward towards your hands, bend your knees, and start to walk your feet forward towards your hands. Find yourself in a forward fold, so maybe your feet are a little bit apart, hip width apart, or you can keep them together if that feels comfortable for you. A slight bend into the knees to soften your low back. Let your arms hang, let your shoulder blades hang, and maybe you sway a little bit right to left. Notice your belly and your rib cage. Can you connect them to your thighs? Notice your spine. Can you allow it to elongate down towards the floor a little bit? Releasing any compression, any tension through your vertebrae. Let yourself settle into center. Bend your knees a lot and gently roll up, one vertebrae at a time. The last thing to release is your chin from your chest and maybe a shoulder roll at the top. Step your feet together if they're not already there. Roll your little shoulders up, back, and down. Find where your toes and heels can touch. There's a lift of the arches of your feet, an engagement through the inner inseams of your legs, a gentle scooping and wrapping of your tummy muscles in and up. Collarbone broadens. Mountain pose. Find stillness here and touch base with your breathing. How is it? Take a big breath in, reach your arms up. Gaze goes towards your fingertips. As you fold forward, gently allow your body to come all the way over and down, maybe softening the knees if you need to. Come up for a halfway lift. Place your fingertips onto the shins. Maybe there's a slight bend in the knees, or maybe the knees are straight. But either way, lift your tummy muscles up and roll your shoulder blades back towards your spine. Length through the back of your neck. On your next exhale, gently allow your body to soften. Come up to standing with a big breath in. Press down through your feet as you reach up tall. Arms down by your sides. Another half sun salutation. Big breath in, reach up. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold. Come up to standing. Press down through your feet as you reach up tall through the side bodies. And arms down by your sides. Big breath in, reach up. Breathe out, fold forward. Come up halfway. This time, plant your hands onto the mat, bend your knees, step back into your high plank. You always have a choice to lower knees if you need to. Otherwise, keep your legs straight, feet engaged. Take a big breath in here. As you breathe out, bend your elbows along your rib cage. Come up just a little bit so your hands are pushing into the floor, into cobra pose. Hug your elbows in, stretch your legs. Roll your shoulders gently back towards your spine so that your collarbone stays broad. Beautiful. Gently lower down. Send your hips back into your downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. And exhale out. Go ahead and sigh it out. Sometimes that feels really great. Big breath in. And let it out. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Lift your heels high, bend your knees. Step or float forward. Inhale halfway. Breathe out, fold forward. Come up to standing, big breath in, reach up. And breathe out, arms down by your sides. One more just like that. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Come up halfway, long spine. Breathe out, plant your hands, step back. Continue your exhale as you bend your elbows. Come up a little bit, or maybe it comes up a little bit higher, making sure that you're engaging your back body. And gently lower down. Pull your hips back, downward facing dog. Adjusting your dog as you need to. Press into the pads of your fingers. Press into the pads of your feet. Notice if your shin is directed over the big toe and the second toe of your feet, or if you're allowing the arches to drop down. Lift your kneecaps up, and how is your breathing? Check in. Notice. Lift your heels high, bend your knees. Step or float to the space between your hands. Come up halfway for a big breath in. And breathe out, fold forward. Come up to standing, reach up. And breathe out, arms down by your sides. Big breath in, reach up. Breathe out, fold forward. Come up halfway. Breathe out, plant your hands, step back. High to low push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Stretch your knees. Send your heart forward. Push firmly into your hands, palms. Scoop your tummy up. Beautiful. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and sigh it out. Let out your stale energy. Stale air. Make room for fresh. Make room for new. Inhale, lift your heels high. Bend your knees, step or float to the space between your hands. Come up for a halfway lift as you breathe in. Breathe out, fold forward. Come up to standing, reach up tall through the fingertips, gaze up, and arms down by your sides. Bend your knees, drop your hips down, reach your arms up, chair pose. Scoop your tummy in and up away from your thighs. Hug your inner thighs tight together. Send your weight into your heels. Maybe you can wiggle your toes up off the mat. Shoulders rolling down away from your ears. Send energy through your arms. Hug the muscles of your arms in towards the bones. Sit down a little lower because you can. Maybe your gaze goes up as you fire up the back and the neck muscles a little bit more. Exhale, fold forward. Come up for a halfway lift as you breathe in. Breathe out, plant your hands. High to low push up. Come up, upward facing dog. Lift the kneecaps, scoop the tummy. Downward facing dog. Keep your hands planted. Step your right foot between your hands. Back heel presses down to the floor. As you breathe in, send your arms up towards the sky. Bend deeply into the front knee. Press your back heel down, warrior one. Lift your tummy up. Extend your tailbone down towards the floor. Bend deeper into the front knee. Press your back heel down on the outer edge of your back foot down into the mat. Strong and secure. Take a big breath in here. As you breathe out, place your hands down onto the floor. Your front leg meets the back leg and lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side. So send your left foot between your hands. Plant your right foot down. Bring your arms up into warrior one. So your back foot, not only is it rooted down into the floor, but it's at a 45-degree angle. So if you're on a yoga mat, you want your toes to point to that front corner of the mat at a diagonal. Your front leg is completely straight forward with your knee guided over the toe. So your front knee is bent, your back leg is straight. Scoop your tummy. Lengthen your tailbone down. Shoulders down. Feel your body work here. Strong, supported, and calm. Take a big breath in. Breathe out, hands down. Front leg meets your back leg. Bend your elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 slow breaths here. Send your sit bones back as you push into your hands. Open up space through the backs of your legs and your calf muscles, your hamstrings. Maybe you feel an opening through the bottoms of your feet. Inhale, lift your heels high, bend your knees, step or float forward. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Come up to standing, big breath in. And a cleansing breath out. Bend your knees, sweep your arms up. Take a big breath in here. As you exhale, fold forward. Come up halfway, breath in. Breathe out, plant your hands, step back, high to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps between the hands, ground your back heel down at a 45-degree angle. Sweep the arms up, warrior one. Big breath in here. And breathe out, hands down, front leg meets the back. Chaturanga, inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot steps between the hands, ground your back heel down at a 45-degree angle. Sweep the arms up, warrior one on the other side. Big breath in. As you breathe out, hands go down, front leg meets the back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Slow, steady breaths. Check in. How's your heart rate? What parts of your body feel strong? What parts of your body need a little bit of love today? Notice. Check in. Inhale, lift your heels high, bend your knees, step or float forward. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Come up to standing, press down through your feet, reach up. And arms down by your sides. Take your arms up with you as you breathe in. One hand meets the side body. The other arm reaches up and over. Let your rib cage stay knitted in together as your lower abs scoop up. Maybe the bottom arm stays there, touching along the side body. Maybe it sweeps up to meet the top arm. Maybe you hook the thumbs. Maybe they extend. This is your shape. Feel free to take your eyes up or down, whatever feels best for your neck. One more exhale, send your hips beyond your heels a little bit more. And come on up. Exhale your arms down. One breath to recover. Big breath in. And let it out. Breathe in, reach your arms up. This time, the opposite arm slides down your side body as the top arm comes up and over, creating a nice half moon shape. So maybe the hand stays along the outer side of the leg. Maybe it comes up and the thumbs cross. Or maybe you keep the arms extended. This is your shape. Do what feels good. Keep the rib cage connected. Keep your lower abs scooping. Legs strong. Lift your kneecaps up. Send your hips out beyond your heels a little bit more. Exhale, reach. Then gently come up. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, fold forward over your legs. Come up halfway, breath in. Breathe out, high to low push-up. Step or jump. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. A few slow breaths here. Press into your fingertips, press into your feet. Send your sit bones back, lengthen your spine. Keep your hands planted where they are. Step your right foot between your hands. Lower your back knee down and point your toes for a low lunge. Feel free to use your hands to help you up, or just send your body up. Gently press your hips forward. Scoop your tummy muscles up and lengthen your tailbone down towards the floor. Be sure that your front knee is directly over your ankle. Stack your joints, stack your bones. Reach your arms up. And then start to twist mindfully towards the bent knee, opening your arms out to the side. Extend energy through your fingertips. Shoulders away from your ears. Notice your breath here. Can you breathe through your neck muscles? Or is there tension there in your shoulders and your neck? Send breath to that area. Beautiful. Both arms meet at the top. Place your hands down on either side of your foot. Tuck your toes, stretch your leg. Nice and strong behind you. Now, feel free to use your hands once again as we come up into our crescent lunge. Arms are up over the head, back leg is straight. Heel is up off the floor. And push your heel gently forward so you feel a stretch underneath your toes. Again, lifting the tummy muscles up and wrapping them together. Extend your tailbone down so your spine is long. Guide your front thigh bone forward gently, making sure it's not rolling in or rolling out. Awesome work. Maybe the chin comes up a little bit. Wonderful. Take a big breath in. As we breathe out, lift up and rotate again towards the bent knee, extending the fingertips. Shoulders away from the ears. Breathe through your neck muscles. Breathe through the areas that are feeling like they're getting a good workout. And sweep the arms up. Big breath in. As you breathe out, place your hands down. Front leg meets the back and chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Taking a few breaths here in your downward facing dog. You can also take a child's pose if you'd like. Anytime you need a cleansing breath, take it. Exhaling anytime you need it through your mouth to let out stale air, stale energy, anything you don't want to take off of your mat or off of your yoga practice today. Take your left foot, step it forward between your hands, lower your back knee down and point your toes. Coming up into your low lunge on the other side. Making sure your knee is stacked over your ankle. Gently push your hips forward so you get a stretch in the front of the leg that's behind you. Arms come up. Shoulders away from your ears. Lift your tummy muscles up so you're not resting into that thigh, but there's energy in that thigh. Thigh bone is directed over the big toe, second toe, so your thigh isn't rolling in or rolling out. Taking a big breath in to lengthen the spine. As you exhale, gently twist. So opening your torso towards the leg that's bent in front of you. Feeling that your whole rib cage is creating this spiral. Energy through your fingertips. Shoulders sliding down into your back body. Breathe. Breathe through your spine as it rotates. Wring out anything that doesn't serve you. Gently sweep everything back up to center. Place your hands down on either side of your foot. Tuck your toes and stretch your back leg. Press down through the parts of your feet that are touching the mat or the floor, wherever you are. And then gently come up into your crescent lunge. Allowing the arms to come up over your head. Bend deep into your front knee and make sure that the knee is over the ankle and that the thigh bone is directed over big toe, second toe. Don't let that knee roll in or around. Engagement in the inner thigh, engagement in the outer thigh. Lift up through the front of your pelvis. Extend your back leg down and away from you. Strength through your feet. Calmness through your breath. Big breath and lengthen your spine. Lift up and rotate once again towards the knee that's bent. Shoulders sliding down. Breath rolling through your spine. Shoulders away from your ears. Extend through your fingertips. Maybe look towards your back fingers. Breathe through your neck muscles. Rotate through your rib cage. Big breath in, arms meet over your head. As you breathe out, place your hands down, front leg meets the back. Lower your knees if you'd like. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Stretch your legs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slow, steady breaths here. Notice your breathing. Notice how your downward dog feels a little bit different than the first one we did. Let out a sigh anytime you need to. A cleansing breath, making space for the new, for the fresh, for the good. As you inhale your next breath, lift your heels high, bend your knees, step or flip forward. Come up halfway. Breathe out full. Come up to standing, big breath in, and a cleansing breath out. Stand tall in your mountain pose as you breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Step your feet hip width apart. Take your hands to your hips. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down, and start to fold forward. Anytime you want to bend your knees, feel free to do so. And begin to place your belly and rib cage against your thighs. Take your peace fingers, take them around the big toe from the inside. Roll your weight forward to your toes. Flatten your spine out. As you exhale, push your belly and rib cage against the thighs to begin to straighten out the legs. Lengthen the crown of your head down towards the floor. Continue to roll your weight forward into your toes and lift your kneecaps up as best as you can. Do your best to keep your belly and rib cage connected to your thighs, even if your knees are slightly bent. Notice if you can let go of tension in your low back, in your spine, in your neck as you breathe. As you continue to stretch through the backs of your legs, one more breath. Then gently release the hands. Turn your toes out at a 45-degree angle. Maybe widen your feet if you feel the need. And then slowly begin to bend your knees and allow your hips to go down towards the floor. Coming into Malasana. So roll your shoulders down, using the hands palms together to press and engage the front chest muscles. Turn sideways for you. So pressing the soles of the feet down, allowing the arches of your feet to lift up. Shoulders roll down and back. Press your palms together to fire up the muscles in your chest. Notice if you can allow your spine to be long or if there's a rounding in it. And maybe you adjust that or maybe you don't. The process of noticing is valuable. Engage the outer thighs. Open the inner thighs. Long spine, long through the back of the neck. And then gently release. Place your hands onto the floor. Turn your feet parallel once again. This time, lift up your toes. Take your hands underneath and take your toes all the way up to the wrist. Both sides. Toes up to the wrist so you're standing on the palms of your hands. Roll your weight forward into your toes. If you need to bend your knees, feel free to do so that your belly and rib cage connect to the thighs. Take a big breath in. As you gently exhale, allow the elbows to bend and your belly and rib cage to gently press into the thighs. Lift your kneecaps up and send your sit bones and tailbone up towards the sky. Roll your weight forward into your hands a little bit more, and maybe you can wiggle your toes and give your wrists a little massage. Notice your breath here. Can you allow your lower back to release a little bit of tension? How about your neck muscles? Can you let them soften? Pull a little harder. And then mindfully, gently, carefully, take one hand and the other hand out. Going into crow pose, so place your hands underneath your shoulders. If you're new to crow, bend your elbows and use your elbows and your triceps to rest your knees and shins onto. If you're more experienced, you can keep your arms straight. So allow just one foot to come up and then maybe the other one, and you can alternate so that you're using your core strength to allow the legs to levitate. If you have near you a block or even a book or a couple of pillows that you can stack, you can allow your arms to bend to start. Place your forehead onto that and then lift up one toe and down and the other toe and down, and you'll start to get a feel for how much core strength it needs. So feel free to play with this for a few moments. If you're already in your crow pose, awesome, keep rocking it out. Whenever you're ready, send your legs back and take your vinyasa. And continue to breathe in your downward facing dog. If you need more time to explore that shape, just pause the video. Explore that balance safely and mindfully. When you're ready, find your way back to your downward facing dog. Send your right foot between your hands. Open up your back foot so that it points towards the side wall. Allow your body to come up into warrior two. Bend deep into your front knee. Maybe you need to widen your stance a little bit. So your front toes are pointing directly forward. Your knee is over the ankle and the thigh bone's directed over the big toe, second toe. Your opposite leg is extended straight back behind you, and your toes are pointing to the wall in which now your shoulders and hips are facing. Your gaze can be over your front fingertips. So it's as if you're between two panels of glass or a hallway, nice and flat. Your two heels are in one line. Extend your fingertips and wrap your tricep muscles in towards your arm bone. Beautiful. Lift up through your tummy. Extend your tailbone down. Excellent work. Flip your front palm. Lift up and reverse your warrior. As you reach back, bend deeper into your front knee. Maybe your gaze is up. Maybe your gaze is towards your back fingertips. Looking down your back leg. Engage the muscles of your legs. Stay strong. Stay calm. Big breath in. As you breathe out, stretch your front knee. Lift your torso and begin to reach your fingertips down towards your shin in front of you. Maybe it stays on your shin. Maybe you walk a little further. Maybe your fingertips come in front or behind your foot. Choice is yours. Send your tailbone towards your back heel so that it's not sending up behind you. Reach your fingers in opposite directions. Wrap your rib cage in and tummy muscles in strong. 2 more breaths here. Top arm lifts you up out of the shape. Bend into your front knee. Big breath in. As you breathe out, place your hands onto the mat. Your front leg meets your back and take your vinyasa. Inhaling to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 slow breaths. Taking the opposite side. Step your left foot forward between your hands. Turn your back foot out. And then come up into Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Bend deep into your front knee. Your knee is over the ankle. Send your hips and shoulders flat. And then make sure your toes back behind you are pointing in that same direction. So your back leg is straight, front knee is bent, warrior 2. Shoulders down away from your ears. Energy through your fingertips. Tricep muscles lift up towards your arm bone. Softness in through your neck so your gaze can evenly and easily go over your front fingertips. Engage your inner thighs. This is an awesome shape to engage your inner thighs. So it's almost as if your legs are sliding out and you want to pull your legs in and up. That will fire up your inner thighs here and help you feel strong and stable. Especially if you don't have a good yoga mat that's sticky, you're going to want to really fire up those inner thigh muscles. Flip the front palm, lift up. As you reach back, bend deeper into your front knee, reverse your warrior. Maybe your gaze stays up. Maybe you take your gaze over your back hand, down your back leg. Knit your rib cage in. Bend a little bit deeper because you can. Then gently stretch your front knee and begin to tip the shape forward. Place the fingertips onto your shin, or maybe they go down to your ankle. Maybe they go in front, maybe they go behind. Your choice. Roll your shoulders so that your heart opens up towards the sky. Energy from fingertip to fingertip. Rib cage stays knitted in. Tailbone extends back towards your back heel so it doesn't jet out behind you. Open up through the front of your pelvis so that you have a nice long spine. Few more breaths here. Notice your breathing. Is it restricted somewhere? See if you can calm it. Then top arm pulls you up out of the shape. Bend deep into the front knee. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, windmill your hands down. Take your front leg to meet the back. High to low push up. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Sigh it out. Take more if you need, or simply follow your breath as it flows in through your body and out. Lift your heels, bend your knees, and come forward. So maybe you simply lower the knees down, or maybe you jump through. Bring your legs out in front of you. Maybe you popcorn your knees a little bit. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, extend forward over your legs, placing your hands onto your shins. So if at this point your knees start to pop up and your back starts to round, I invite you to come up to seated, bend your knees, and then start to walk your heels forward as far as you can keep a flat back. If your legs are straight and you have a flat back, then start to come as far as you can so that your spine is still flat. So if you can reach your ankles, great. Look at all 5 toes and make sure that they're all pulling back towards your face equally, not starting to round forward. If you can't reach your ankles, that's awesome. Equally as great. Notice your heart coming forward. And again, you can take a look at those toes. Make sure all 10 are pulling back towards your face equally. Wherever you are, breathe. Wherever you are, notice. Start to lengthen the back of your neck. Breathe into the areas that feel like they have a little bit of tension and see if you can soften them. Take one more breath. Fill your rib cage. Fill your belly. As you exhale, let your head round. Let your back and spine soften. Maybe your legs want to turn out. Let all of that tension go. Then slowly, gently roll your spine up. Option here to bend your knees and place your hands behind you, or to keep your legs straight. Choice is yours. If your knees are bent, press all 5 toes of each foot into the floor. As you breathe out, push your hips up for your reverse tabletop. If your legs are straight, hug the inseams of your legs together, push into your hands, and send your hips up. Point your toes towards the floor. Everyone wrap your tummy muscles in. Everyone engage your inner thighs. Notice where your gaze is. Can it be steady? And then gently lower down. Take a big breath in. And exhale it out. Take your right foot, bend it, and place the sole of your foot the inseam of your left leg. Face your left leg as best as you can. Arms come up. As you breathe out, gently allow your body to come forward. Again, maybe you're upright with your fingertips towards your shin, and you begin to walk downwards a little bit. Maybe you have a towel or a strap, and you wrap it around your foot. Or maybe you can reach your ankle, or maybe you're all the way down. Wherever you are, that's great. Honor yourself for that. Let your spine relax. Breathe into your belly. Slow, steady breaths. This is a great shape to pay attention to your back body. Breathe into the space between your rib cage and your hip and your low back area. Breathe into that quadratus lumborum muscle. Slowly, mindfully, gently come up. The same leg that's extended, take that hand down. Roll your heart towards the sky. Reach your arm up and over, side body stretch. Doing your best to allow your rib cage to spiral so your back rib cage comes forward and your top rib cage comes back a little bit. Then mindfully, gently come all the way up. The leg that's extended, take that ankle and place it on top of your knee. So for me, I have my left ankle on top of my right knee, and then my knee over my ankle into double pigeon. If this is comfortable for you, great, stay here. If this is not comfortable for you, that's okay. You can take a pillow or a yoga block or a book, anything you'd like, place it in front of your shin, and place your ankle on top of that. Okay, that's an awesome, awesome option. Take a big breath in. As you gently breathe out, come forward. Maybe you choose to stay upright, and that's wonderful. Listen to your body. Know where you'd like to go today. You may feel sensations in the back of your hips. If you feel sensations in your knees, see if you can flex your feet. That engages the muscles that insert into the knees, helping to protect your knee here. 2 more slow breaths. And slowly, mindfully, allow your body to come up. Take your legs out in front of you. Give them a little bit of a wiggle. And then whichever side you haven't done, we're going to do that side. So for me, I'm going to take the left sole of my foot into my right inseam. Face your leg, reach your arms up, and extend over your legs. So maybe you place your hands on your shins. Maybe you can reach a little bit further. Wherever you are, love yourself for that. Breathe through your spine. Notice if you can feel tension melt between your shoulder blades as you allow your back to round. Breathe into that space. If you can connect your forehead down onto your leg, do that. Or maybe you make a fist or 2 fists. Or maybe you take a book or a block or a pillow and you connect your forehead onto that. Massaging your third eye space is kind of like a reset button. It tells the body to allow it to relax, triggering the parasympathetic nervous system. Forward folds are great for that. 2 more slow breaths. Then slowly, gently, mindfully, bring your body upright. The same leg that's extended, place that hand down onto the floor. Roll your heart up towards the sky. Sweep the top arm up and side bend. Again, allowing the collarbone to broaden up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Keeping your opposite hip down, so you're inviting a nice stretch along the side of your body. And then gently, mindfully coming back up. The leg that's extended, fold that one on top of the knee that's bent. So you have ankle over knee, knee over ankle. Again, if this is not accessible for you, that's totally okay. You can place the foot down onto the floor, or again, you can use any type of prop that's available for you. A book, some pillows, maybe a rolled up blanket, okay? Wherever you are, honor yourself for that. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, come forward as far as feels comfortable. Maybe you're staying upright, or maybe you're placing your hands down. Maybe they're sliding forward. This is your shape, so breathe into it. Notice the parts of your hips that are feeling like they need some love, and send your breath there. And notice if this side is similar to your other side or different, and in which ways. Honor yourself for that. Let out your breath, and then mindfully, carefully, gently, bring yourself up. Bring the soles of your feet together. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Take a big breath in, and then slowly start to fold your spine over your legs. Maybe you stay upright, or maybe you come all the way down. And notice for you, you have control of this shape, so you can keep your heels in towards your body, or you can slide them away a little bit. This is your shape, so feel free to do what you need to here. Maybe for you, you want to extend your hands out and gently pull yourself forward using your grips of your fingertips. Or maybe you just want to allow your head to rest down. Or again, another option is to use your fists or a prop to rest your forehead on, allowing yourself to release some tension that you might be holding. This is your shape. Listen to your body. Listen to your breath. Let it help to guide you. Let out your air and slowly roll your spine up. Extend your legs forward. Grab the backs of your legs and slowly come all the way down onto your back, one vertebrae at a time. Reach your toes and your fingers in opposite directions like a big X. And then mindfully, bend your knees, place your feet flat onto the floor. Press your hands down on either side of you, press your feet down, and maybe you scoot your heels close enough that you can touch your heels with your hands. As you exhale, gently push your hips up into the sky for your bridge. Snuggle your shoulders underneath. Press into your feet and extend your thigh bones forward, away from your neck, so that you have space in the front of your body. Fire up your back body, space between your chin and your chest. As you exhale your next breath, gently, mindfully lower your hips down onto the mat or the carpet or wherever you're practicing today. We'll do another set. So if you'd like to take bridge, feel free to do that. That's the shape we just did. If you'd like to take wheel, bend your elbows, place your hands on either side of your head. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, push into your feet, push into your hands, and come up. Pushing into your hands nice and strong. Push into your feet. Fire up your back body. Soften your front body. With your next exhale, tuck your chin in and lower down. Taking a breath to recover. We'll do one more set of a back bend. So your choice if you want to take bridge, which was our first shape, or wheel, which was our second shape. So set yourself up wherever you'd like to go today. With your exhale, go ahead and push up. Hold for 3 breaths and gently come down. Here we go. Gently push. One more breath wherever you are, or more if you'd like. And with your exhale, gently lower yourself down. Once you've arrived, toe heel your feet a little bit wider than your hips and let your knees windshield wipe from side to side. Clear the slate. Release tension from your low back, from your hips. Let it go. When you're even from right to left, gently start to bring your knees into your body. Give yourself a nice hug. Thank yourself for making time for yourself today for yoga. Take your hands onto your shins and allow your knees to circle one way and then the other way. Maybe you open up your knees and let them circle, or maybe you keep your knees together and let them circle together. Just allow your lower back to have a little massage. Opening up into happy baby. So grab the inner arches of your feet. And then allow the ankles to stack over the knees. And maybe you add a little rock from side to side. If it's accessible to you, you can extend one leg and then the other leg. Take some breaths here. Invite a deeper crease into the hip crease. Maybe a deeper hamstring stretch. And then gently release, giving yourself a nice I love me hug once again. Open up the arms to either side. Let your knees fall to one side and your gaze to go into the opposite direction of your knees. If it's comfortable for you to close your eyes or soften your gaze, feel free to do so. Breathe into your belly. Notice your breath as it travels through your rib cage, through your neck muscles, out your fingertips. Then use your tummy muscles to bring your legs back up to center and let them fall to the other side. So knees go in one direction, focus goes in the other. Again, noticing your breath into your belly, your breath through your spine and out your fingertips. Use your belly button to bring your knees back up to center. Let your legs soften. Find a comfortable position to take some cleansing breaths. Maybe your eyes are closed or maybe your gaze is soft. Maybe you're laying on your back or you choose to lay on your side or even on your tummy. Find a comfortable position just to breathe for a few moments. Let a feeling of calm flow through you with your inhales, and with your exhales, let go anything that you no longer want to take with you. Let a feeling of relaxation come in with your inhale, and with your exhale, let out tension, worry, fear. With your inhale, allow a feeling of peace to fill your cells, your tissues, your organs. With your exhale, let something go, something that no longer serves you. Mindfully begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Wherever you are in your shape, start to wiggle your way onto your side if you're not already there. Gently pushing yourself up to a seated position of your choice, however you'd like to get there, any shape you'd like to be in. Just find yourself in an upright position. Maybe your eyes are still soft or closed. Notice what it feels like to be upright. Stack the vertebrae on top of one another easily and gently. Invite a feeling of calm into your hip creases, into your knees, to your ankles, your shoulders, to the back of your neck, where your skull gently rests. A feeling of peace, of calm, of inner strength. Take a big breath in, fill yourself with love. Exhale, love to all. Inhale, creativity. Exhale, creativity to all. Inhale, peace. Exhale, peace to all. Allow your hands to go to your heart if you choose. Allow your chin to bow down if that feels comfortable for you. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for joining me for yoga today. Namaste.